Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Siboga TV, which is your number one online political channel. This evening, I want to talk about what happened today, about the agreement between ODM and UDA political parties that from now henceforth, they will be working together and they will make sure that the NATICO report is actually implemented fully. But before I dive into that discussion about what really happened today and its political implications, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and you subscribe to this YouTube channel, you give this video a like, you share the video to your friends, and if your friends are lovers of politics, then it's good to request them to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for those ones who have already subscribed to this YouTube channel, I say thank you so much, because you are my inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. Now, let us go back to the discussion of the day about what happened in our nation, Kenya, today, where we had Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga shaking hand with His Excellency the President William Samoei Arap Ruto, and they brought together their political parties so that they can work together, they can change or exchange their expertise, and to see that the nation is going to be made to be better. At the same time, when this was done, there are some things actually I observed. So I want to make first what I really observed as the day advanced, because as you know, sooner as Raila was dropped or was defeated to take up the AU chairmanship seat, he came back to the country. He met with William Samoei Ruto, and actually they had agreed that they had to work together, they had to collaborate together to make that the nation moves forward. And that was done quite in a hurry. And Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga actually from there told that he was to go around the nation to ask people about his go ahead. And when Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was doing those consultations, I knew that that was just for the what? For the mere public consumption. There was nothing he was doing, because he had already decided that he was going to work with William Samoei Arap Ruto. So today was the D-Day when these two leaders came out and they announced to the public, and actually they made their memorandum of understanding to be known to the people of Kenya. They read that to the public, and both leaders said that this was not for their personal interest, but it is for a Kenyan common interest, that it was to be done for the good of the nation. But immediately they finished that, different political leaders, actually they responded to that. And somebody like Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka came out strongly and condemned what was happening. He called that the biggest betrayal. And as you know, it was expected that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka was going to do that, because he was promised by Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga that during the 2022 election, because he gave Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga that support, and Raila told him that this time round for 2027, he was going to endorse Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka to go for the big seat of this nation. But because things are happening, and what have actually happened, then Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka should forget completely about Raila Amolo Odinga endorsing him, because things are clear now that Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga wants to work with His Excellency the President, and they want to make sure that the NADCO report is going to be implemented to the letter. And the NADCO report, once it will be implemented, there are things which it will come out with. Probably we are going to have a referendum to change the constitution and to have the PM position entrenched in our constitution. At the same time, they are going to look about gender so that they can make sure that the constitution is followed, so that 2/3 gender rule is going to be observed and is going to be implemented. And at the same time, they said that they will make sure that the cost of living actually does what? Comes down. And they will also make sure that they deal with corruption head on. But when they were saying all those things, I knew that that also can be for public consumption, because it's not going to be easy. Because as you know, Raila has come to the government, but Rigiji and Mount Kenya has bolted out. And once Mount Kenya bolt out, then we cannot say that we are unifying the country. Because as you know, you cannot actually engage any meaningful conversation without the input of the people from the mountain. So if they're going to make sure that they implement the NADCO report without the input of the people of Mount Kenya, it won't work. It will not succeed. So I feel that if this was a national conversation, they were actually to bring together all the stakeholders so that they can talk and have a candid discussion about the way forward Kenya, the way to take this nation forward. But it seems this thing is about ODM working with UDA. And as you know, that one does not sound very well, because it has left a chunk of people out. Because Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is out. I also know that some people from Western, they might feel that they have been left out. People like Mudavadi, people like Weta, they may feel that they are actually out of the government. Because remember, Kenya Kwanza is the one which formed the government. And I think if they could have done it better, this was to be a conversation between Kenya Kwanza and Azimio la Umoja, because that could have brought more Kenyans into the table. But Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and His Excellency, they ignored that. And they said that because these two are the biggest political parties in this republic, if they are together, they feel that things will move on smoothly. But this kind of understanding, or this kind of agreement, for me, it's purely political. It's not going to help the Kenyans. It's not going to bring cohesion in the Republic of Kenya. It's not going to bring unity in the Republic of Kenya. And it's not going to make things to be easy for the people of Kenya or for the citizens of this nation. Because this memorandum of understanding, what I can call, is another handshake. Even if many people have said that it's for the common good of the nation, for me, I really don't see it that way. Because other people have been left out. And even you saw, when this thing was being signed, a person like the deputy president, it was as if he does not have a role there. And as you know, the deputy president, is the helper or the chief assistant of the president. That's why you are seeing that even the protocol was not actually being followed whenever they were doing this kind of arrangement. Even if Kindiki came out and said that this was a way of unifying the country. And in ODM, I also observed that the Secretary General, Sifuna, it was as if he was forced to read that document because Sifuna was not happy at all, at all. It is as if he was forced. And you will also find people like Babu Owino. Their presence in such a kind of a function was missing. And also that means that there are people within ODM who does not agree with this kind of arrangement. And maybe soon we may have a default within ODM as a party. So what really happened today is going actually again to disadvantage other political players. It is going to disadvantage people like Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. It is going to disadvantage people like Fred Okengo Matiang'i, because these two political leaders, they had expected that in 2027 presidential election, one of them was to be endorsed by Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, more so Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, who has been so much stuck with Raila Amolo Odinga, who has really supported Raila Amolo Odinga become the president of this republic. And this is the time that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka actually wanted to have that endorsement from Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. But now because Raila Amolo Odinga has that memorandum of understanding with William Samoei Ruto, the endorsement is not going to be there, even if they said that this kind of thing is not a coalition. But from what was said in that signed agreement, this is more than a coalition because it foresees even the future. Because if you implement the Natico report, that means you are going to affect even the future. You are going to create the position of the prime minister. And if you bring on that position, you have affected 2027 presidential election so much. That means there might be new rearrangement, probably as we head to 2027. At the same time, you remember when Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was in Kisii and doing the so-called consultation, he was actually confronted about supporting Fred Okengo Matiang'i, what he really dismissed so badly until the people from the Gusii Nation were so much hurt because Fred Okengo Matiang'i had supported Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga so closely. So the people from the Gusii Nation also expected that this was the time for Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga to reciprocate back what the Gusii Nation has always done for him, because the Gusii Nation has always stood with Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. So the people from the Gusii Nation had expected that this time Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was to endorse Fred Okengo Matiang'i for presidency late come 2027. But with this kind of agreement, that one is not going to happen. So those are the political implications which are going to take place. And also in ODM, there are many leaders who never expected this to happen. And those leaders, there is a high chance that they will pull out of ODM. Because as we know, it is as if ODM is divided into two. we have one group which agree with what was done today, and there is also another group which strongly oppose what Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga did today. So there will be realignment, new realignment in ODM. We have people who will move out of ODM and look refuge in other political parties or form their own political parties. People like Papa Owino, there's a likelihood that Papa Owino is going to move out. Even Sifuna, if things doesn't go well, he might pull out of ODM. So the signing of today agreement or working framework between UDA and ODM is going to affect this nation politically, and it's actually going to shape the new political realignment from now henceforth. I really don't know what you are saying about what happened today. Do you feel that what happened today is the right thing that happened and it will bring this nation together? Or you feel the opposite is also true? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to come into this YouTube channel, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends. And if your friends are lovers of politics, then it's good to request them for us to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for those ones who have subscribed to this YouTube channel, I say thank you, and may God bless you all abundantly, because you always give us the inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of what? Political analysis. And with that, I say thank you until we meet in our next political conversation. Goodbye.